What is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka J Fenixx, and this is going to be the July 2023 tarot reading for the Libras up in the house. I call you guys the vampires of the zodiac. Um, the vampires of the zodiac kind of makes sense. I mean, that's what the sun is like in fall, right? So that's the start of fall. So I thought it made sense. But anyways, this is going to be your tarot reading for July 2023. Let's take a look at the cards, see what the dominant energies that are going to be affecting you, what you have to look forward to, and how you can overcome these things and move forward, right? So when it comes to the energy that you're bringing into this month, we do have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Libra. So I feel like there's maybe you're not really feeling as abundant as you probably actually are. Honestly, I think this is just going to come with like a perspective shift, but maybe it's like you feel like you could be doing more, but there's this sort of element here where it's like you're not quite seeing how everything's working out. um it's interesting with this card too. Well, there's like it's like a bunch of flowers or whatever like that, but I definitely get a lot of like Venus like energy from this. But Venus, of course, is going to be retrograding in Leo, which is your 11th house. So let's see what we have that's going forward as well. But yeah, maybe you're not necessarily feeling as you're not feeling your worth and your value as much going into this month. Like you feel like there's something amiss, but I think, like I said, this is going to just come with like a perspective shift. So there's also like these vines and these grapes, stuff like that. So maybe I don't know, Libra. Maybe the wine that you're drinking is like been sitting in the fridge for a bit, and you can decide to drink it. You can tell it's old. So since you guys do appreciate the finer things in life, so going into that first week, we do have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Several signs have been getting this card. There's this element where you do kind of feel like you're just spinning your wheels. You're not actually going anywhere. Maybe that's why you're not feeling like your value. You're not feeling your self worth and stuff like that. Maybe it's also because the South Node is finishing up in Scorpio, your second house, and it'll be coming into your first house. So it's like you've already have been dealing with a lot of self worth issues with that aspect, and now it's going to be coming into your sign. So, as someone who just went through that transit, you'll get through it. You'll be okay and stuff like that. But yeah, it can definitely be tricky when you have the South Node in your sign. So it's like, yeah, you've been kind of spinning your wheels and stuff like that. Now going into that second week, we have the Six of Wands upright. This card has been coming up for a lot of people too. So definitely some level of victory that's being achieved here. Some recognition, some for your accolades. You've been working hard at something. I think it's just with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's like maybe you're not recognizing your own talents. You're not recognizing, your work, your value, and stuff like that. But other people are recognizing it. You know, what about that third week? We have the Three of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I think you're wanting to like almost celebrate, but it's like I think it's like be careful of who you keep company with. Um, and I think that's really mainly has to do with the fact that Venus is slowing down and it's going to retrograde in Leo with this your 11th house. So it's like be careful of who you keep company with and be careful of who you even maybe celebrate with and stuff like that. It's like they're drinking the wine. It's like I feel like like someone brought bad wine to the party and like you're pissed off. Like it's like someone brought like old ass wine that was already like opened wine, but that's just been sitting there, and now it's just like collecting all this oxygen. It's like making like the taste all off and everything like that, and it's just like ugh, and like it's almost like how are you gonna mess up the wine like that? How are you gonna mess it up? How are you gonna mess up a good thing? You know what I'm saying? Like it's you're gonna be a little frustrated when it comes to that sort of thing. Now, for that fourth week, we do have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So I think like maybe it's like a situation that has actually kind of gone sour, and you're finally ready to let it go. And I think it's through letting that go is that you're actually going to achieve the victory. So it's like yeah, you're not really feeling as confident as you could be. You're kind of spinning your wheels. The wine you're drinking is trash, right? Not literally, it could be trash, but the wine you're drinking is trash. And now it's time for you to finally let that go so you can actually move forward and actually achieve the victory and kind of get the recognition and the accolades that you want because you have been working hard. To back that up, energy, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. You know what I mean? So it's kind of similar to Pisces. You might be using a wand that's incompatible with you. Um, but yeah, it's like you're wanting to start something, but it's like trying to turn on a lighter and it's just like it's not catching, stuff like that. So it might be out of juice. It might be time for you to get a new lighter. You know what I mean? Time for you to get a new bottle of wine and stop trying to sip from this bottle of wine that's just been open for like days on end. And just like you take the sip and then you're like, it doesn't work. And then you put it back in the fridge for some reason. Instead of throwing it out, you keep putting it back in the fridge. Forget about it. And then you open it's like, well, maybe it'll taste better this time. Sip, throw it back in the fridge. And you keep playing that cycle over and over, like stop. There's no need for you to keep doing that. You don't have to keep replaying that, right? Throw the bottle out and buy a new one, you know? When it comes to the fire element in your life, the fiery energy, energy, passion, love, creative expression, passions, and the sword. We do have the Six of Swords upright. We do have the Six of Swords upright. Yeah, and I've been getting this card for a lot of. I promise you guys, I'm shuffling this deck well. I really do, but like a lot of these cards keep coming up. The Six of Wands has come up several times. The Ten of Wands has come up several times. The Six of Swords has come up several times. Six of Swords for you in this area of the fiery passions. Like maybe you're ready to move on from like an old hobby or an old passion. Some of you guys may be dealing with breakups. I'm not even gonna lie, especially with Venus retrograding in your 11th house. Some of you guys may be dealing with some breakups, whatever like that. Throughout this month, and it is what it is. I think it's like this could be like an X, honestly, because I feel like with that Three of Cups in reverse, you keep trying the same thing out, and it just continues to taste bad. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I guess a part of you is probably upset that you didn't take advantage and drink the full bottle while it was good, but it is what it is. You can go out and buy a new one, you know what I mean? So it's like the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely leaving something behind when it comes to that sort of energy. Let's see what we have in like the Earth sector when it comes to like your self-worth, value, the way that you remain solid in your life, finances. We do have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So yeah, Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so there's definitely this element, when it comes to that, definitely pay attention to a fire sign, either a Aries, Leo, or a Sag. Probably more so Leo, being that this is the Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like there's some sort of expectation that you had that was like kind of broken, and maybe didn't pan out exactly the way that you wanted it to, which that can just be in general for anybody in life for like anything, right? So that's why I said this is a general reading for like Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. But being that it's here in this spot, it's like almost like you're wanting to really. So I'm hearing like more like finances stuff too. There could be like some weird financial stuff that could be happening here as well. But maybe you're feeling a little unlucky because that black cat is in that picture too, and it is reversed. So maybe you're feeling a little unlucky. So yeah, there's definitely this element in Libra where you're kind of getting down on yourself for stuff. But I think it's because you keep sipping from the bottle of wine. I'm gonna keep coming back to that freaking bottle of wine that's been sitting in your fridge for like 2 weeks and it's not good anymore. But you keep sipping from it, thinking that the flavor is gonna change, and it's not gonna change. Like for air, but oh, look at this. The moment that you finally like, look, we got the Ten of Cups, right? Actually, you probably are going to be telling people that you're all right and that everything's actually like fine and stuff. But how do you really feel? Well, Page of Swords. So you're going to be telling people that everything's all rosy and fine and dandy and stuff. But people ask you, what's wrong, Libra? Oh, I'm good. Everything's great. I'm good. This wine is trash, but I'm good. And then you get the Page of Swords and the, when it comes to like your emotions and your feelings, you got the Page of Swords. So it's like you're going to be you may almost feel a little emotionally distant this month in a way. But with the Page of Swords, it's like learning how to actually wield the sword too. So it's like maybe you're learning how to communicate how you actually feel about certain things. And maybe that's the tricky part, Libra, that you're trying to figure out how to actually really communicate how you feel about certain things. You know, I think what's going to happen is that full moon in Capricorn is really going to help you out because it is in your fourth house. So I think once you get that energy, which that is going to be on, let me see, what day is that full moon going to actually occur? The full moon it's early in the month, so it's pretty early on. It's like, yeah, like it's July 2nd. That's like Sunday going into Monday, essentially. So it's going to happen pretty quickly. But I think that full moon is actually going to help you to kind of release some of this stuff. And maybe then you're going to be dealing with kind of like the wake of this energy, like kind of like the blowback of it. But it's like, yeah, I think people are going to be asking Libra, are you fine? You're going to tell them that you're fine, even though you're not really fine. But it's like you're almost having to like relearn how to communicate how you feel because maybe you've been holding it in for so long and trying to paint this perfect picture and trying to keep balance, trying to make everyone happy and stuff. When really you're not making it, but you're not happy yourself. You know what I mean? There's some things to be happy over. I don't think that this is a complete farce. I don't think this is a complete lie. I think there's definitely some great things that are happening in your life and stuff. But I think, you're kind of painting a sort of false image for people. You're kind of being a little fake, Libra. Everyone says that Libra's fake. But it's funny, too. Like, I work with 3 Libras. I've been surrounded by this many Libras in like one place, and I was talking to one of my coworkers that's a Libra, and she said it's like it's not so much that we're fake, it's just that we're not going to really share all of our self with someone, like straight like immediately. It's like you have to like gain access to things like over time and stuff like that. I'm like that makes sense though. I mean, your second house is Scorpio. Scorpio is all about investments, and yeah, Libra can be particular about the emotions that they share with other people because Libra that doesn't value that aspect and just really goes like I guess all the way balls to the wall with like every person is like that's when you guys can become like indecisive and stuff like that. That's the crazy thing about it. You guys can be incredible. I mean, you guys can be incredible partners. Any sign can be. Um, but I think it's because you guys always try to keep the peace and everything like that. That some people don't necessarily see who you really are, the true you. South Node's going into your sign, so it's going to be like, yeah, you're going to be Libras. Some oh, I have to say this though, Libra, and this is honestly for like everyone else and Libra too, but like Libras are about to start like dropping like mad truth bombs on people. And it's going to like really throw people off. Everyone's like Libra's trying to keep the balance and the peace, whatever like that. Libra, you're gonna almost go into like fuck that mode and just start like dropping like bam here, there. And it's just like you're gonna start like here it's kind of like a revenge tour almost. I mean, I think because like Scorpio kind of had that, but yeah, Libra, you're gonna kind of be going like on a revenge tour. Um, yeah, but they're out that whole bottle of wine. Overall, though, we do have the Moon card in reverse, so um, yeah, that's the funny thing about it. Emotionally, it's kind of on. I mean, you had the Page of Swords there, so you're having to relearn. So it's like you may feel like trying to just go fully off your emotions, stuff like that. It's going to be pretty unreliable. You may get yourself caught up in certain delusions of grandeur, thinking that things are going to be a certain way. Yeah, falling for certain fantasies, whatever like that. Yeah, I think really it's gonna be that full moon that's gonna happen right at the beginning of the month. That's really gonna be super effective for you. I want to say the moon's probably gonna come back into see like. I mean, yeah, the moon will go back into Capricorn too. So it's going to go back into your fourth house at the end of the month. So it's going to be like it starts off there and then it ends there too. Of course, by that time, the sun will be in Leo too. So that's going to join these energies that are in your 11th house with Venus there and everything like that, which is like your ruling planet. So, yeah, there's definitely there's definitely this element. I will definitely pay attention to the sort of Capricorn energy and the moon when it goes into your fourth house, because I think that's going to be very, very important. But it's like you're having to relearn communicating how you feel, essentially. And, it's like, don't unleash everything like immediately. Some people aren't necessarily ready for all of the things that you're going to unleash, but just do it in like little bits and stuff like that, and pretty discerning, I guess, of who you unleash it to as well. I think like you can just like, this definitely could be a potential, like you could just be like vomiting, like word vomit, and just be like, holy crap, I didn't know you was holding all that in. But just be discerning of who, I guess, you share all that with. Be discerning of who you share all that with, essentially. So, yeah. Now, when it comes to the elements, the planets, and or sign that is going to be prevalent in your life for July 2023, we have fire. Yeah, I would say mainly pay attention to the Leo energy, but definitely pay attention to the creative passions and all that sort of stuff. Even though when it comes to that energy, it's not necessarily because, like, what did you get when you got for that? You got, what was it? It was the Six of Swords. Yeah, you got the Six of Swords in that particular slot when it came to like fire and everything like that. This is a transformation, I feel. Libras are going to be going through a transformation, especially with the South Node going through that sign, going through your sign. There's going to be a transformation that's going to be occurring. There's a transformation, definitely emotionally too, but I think when it comes to like this fire energy, you're going to start really expressing some different aspects of yourself. And I think it's actually going to throw some people way off. I think Libras are actually going to be like, Libras might be legitimately going on a revenge tour and just like really kind of like shocking some people with what the things that they have to say and how they really feel about stuff. With all these energies also going into your 11th house, definitely be careful about internet fights and stuff like that. So you can get caught up in weird internet arguments, stuff like that, and may say some things that made people be like, yo, what? You actually were thinking that way the whole time? And yeah, so definitely see that kind of stuff happening. So I think you're trying to keep the balance and stuff like that, but you haven't really been balancing things yourself. So when you're not really balancing things yourself, how are you going to really be able to balance things out for everyone else? I mean, everyone has Libra energy, but I'm just saying, like, you've been so worried about trying to balance everything out that you yourself were imbalanced. Talk to God. I'm not even going to bother explaining that. It's already telling you what to do. Talk to God. So that is going to do it for your tarot reading for July 2023, Libra. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. If you like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to my website, jfenixx.com. And as always, I hope that you all have a lovely, blessed day, and hope that you guys have a wonderful July. And I will see y'all on the next video. Peace out. Sayonara.